Alright guys, so if you guys didn't notice, within the Cookie Run Kingdom community, a lot of videos as well as a lot of posts have been made talking about the issues and problems that are occurring within the Triple Cone Cup. And after 3 seasons and with a bunch of feedbacks being given out to Devsisters, they have actually taken the initiative and posted a Triple Cone Cup improvement notice within the game. So if you guys go to the news section right now, you guys are going to be able to go and see this. So this was posted on April 15th on the Korean time. So let's go into it and let me tell you guys exactly what is taking place and some of the things that I wish that were added to this list. But let's get into it first. It says, greetings from the Kingdom team. It says, thank you for your interest in the Triple Cone Cup. We are currently reviewing your valuable feedback closely to incorporate it in the improvement process. So at least they're telling us that, you know, they have received that feedbacks, all right, and they are trying to incorporate some of the ideas and you know, things that they could be improving on from what we think is a problem. All right, so at least they have acknowledged that they have heard us, all right, which is really good, and which is what we have hoped for and what I've actually stated in my video that I hope they would do. And it says right here that one common point of concern was that there is a gap in scores due to the different number of students at each school, and that this gap was hard to narrow down once it has appeared. And you guys already know by just looking at the scoring within the game that there's absolutely just no way for any of the schools to you know, even catch up to the next school because of the insane gap that they have. All right, so they have acknowledged that this is a problem. All right, and we have already said it multiple times that this is a problem, right? At the time of planning the Triple Cone Cup, it was decided that players would be randomly assigned to a school, but that the overall number of students assigned to each school would be the same. However, because of the high number of total players, even a slight difference of 0.01% in allocation, results have proven to cause a gap between the schools. Moreover, this gap can be further worsened by players not participating or leaving the game after their school allocation. So there you guys go. They kind of address right there the main issue of why it's almost impossible for any of the schools to actually catch up to each other. And it is because of, even though they try their best in order to actually divide each school evenly, if there is a slight difference of even 0.01%, which is going to be a big number of players just because of the fact that there's just a lot of players, like, you know, thousands and thousands of players actually being participated in this thing, that if there is that small gap, you know, the scoring is actually going to be impacted greatly, because the points that you can earn through effort cannot actually make up that gap, because the only real way for us to catch up to those, you know, gap is through the fight for the flag. And with the nature of that point system just being really small compared to the actual, you know, ranking and those kind of scoring, it's impossible for other schools to actually catch up to the next because of this difference. So with that, they're saying that we are currently preparing countermeasures to alleviate this issue and narrow the gap between the schools' ranking. So this is what they're going to be doing. This settlement of scores will first be carried out based on the accumulated school scores from season 1 through 3, ending the current combined season or Triple Cone Cup Part 1. In season 4 through 7 of the Triple Cone Cup, school placement will be rearranged once again, and this will be carried out as Triple Cone Cup Part 2. So what they're doing is they're going to, you know, just end season 1 through 3 altogether, and then are going to be rearranging every single player to a different school, which a lot of you guys have actually commented and suggested, and they are going to be starting a new part 2 with season 4 through 7. Okay, so that's something that's really good to hear. And then they say that when rearranging school placements, we will consider the variables as much as possible to ensure fair allotment. However, as it might be difficult to keep exactly the same number of players in each school, we will correct for the gap in ranking between the schools. Again, because of the sheer amount of players that we might have, it is definitely going to be hard for everybody, all right, to be divided into a school evenly. And there are rankers actually that hasn't even touched, all right, this event. I have seen like Grandmaster ones within Pure Vanilla server without a school, which means that they haven't even participated in this particular event. So they're going to try their best to correct these gaps that they're going to have within the ranking because of maybe the difference between the players. All right, and they said that finally we are also planning to raise the achievable score in the 5 for the flag arena competition to narrow down the score gap between the schools. In addition, we will continue to monitor these issues and make an effort to improve the game further. So you guys already know that when you guys actually go to the Triple Cone Cup and you guys go to the contribution, you can see even if you play the arena like a lot, all right, the total game score that you can actually get is going to be very, very, very minimum. All right, it's going to be a tiny amount compared to the actual total score that you're going to be able to see. And I kind of did a math here, and when I first started this season and I played hundreds of arena battle, you know, the amount of score I got was almost close to 1% of my final score. So acknowledging that fact that you know, the 5 for the flag is almost impossible to actually make the, you know, gap smaller, they're going to be improving that and are going to be raising the score that is going to be achievable. So instead of 15 flags, they may give you guys a couple boosts. All right, we'll see exactly how that turns out. But here are the main improvements to the Triple Cone Cup. So end of the Triple Cone Cup Part 1. At the end of the Triple Cone Cup Season 3, the first combined season rewards will be calculated on the basis of the school scores accumulated in Season 1 through 3. The combined season rewards will be available to claim in the in-game mailbox after the end of the tally period for Season 3. So they're just going to end this thing and we're going to get a whole fresh new start, all right? So number 2 is going to be the rearrangement of the schools and Triple Cone Cup Part 2. After the end of the Season 3 of Triple Cone Cup, school placements will be rearranged and Triple Cone Cup Part 2, Seasons 1 through 4, because that's going to be the Season 4 through 7, will begin. In the Triple Cone Cup Part 2, the scores of players who did not actively participate in a season will be excluded during the tally, but the rewards are given to all players of the given school. In the Triple Cone Cup Part 2, scores correction, all right, will be carried out for 2 schools with relatively fewer players to compensate for the aforementioned gap in number of players. So acknowledging that because of the little gaps between the number of players, they are going to be doing score correction. They're going to be giving maybe a little boost, as well as they are going to try and exclude the scores of players that are not actively participating in the actual event. So now they're trying to make this event a little bit more for the players who are actually participating rather than just, you know, being there and just literally not doing anything. All right, so that's something good to hear. All right, and right here is that 3, raising the achievable score of flags for Fight for the Flag. All right, during the Triple Cone Cup Part 2, the achievable score of flags for 5 for the flag will be raised. Schools ranked 2nd and 3rd will receive a small bonus of scores added to their final score. We apologize for the delay in notifying you of these changes, as these improvements require careful consideration. We have prepared the following gifts as a token of our apology. All right, so with that, they are going to be giving out a total of 3,000 crystals for everybody as long as you have created an account before April 15, 2 p.m. Korean time. All right, and you guys need to claim this reward within 3 days of delivery. All right, guys, so something that I wish that they would have done is that they would have at least told us that, hey, guys, you know, as a company, we have heard, all right, your feedbacks, all right, and we're trying to do something, so please wait. I think a little notice, you know, before this entire thing would have really allowed the players to at least, you know, hold on to that message of hope. All right, and hope for some fixes that are going to be coming out like this one, instead of just, you know, completely being silent and then all of a sudden now just releasing something like this. Of course, this is good. At least you know that they have gotten our feedbacks and they are doing things to improve it, and they're doing things to actually fix the issue. However, there's one thing, all right, there's one thing that has not been talked about. All right, and it is going to be the mini game right here. All right, the seasonal thing that has been changing, the Torch Rush, as well as a trade rush, and now this ridiculous school prosperity tournament. All right, I hope there's still 3 days left. All right, and there are improvements being made, so I hope there's like maybe a second part of either the improvement section, or at least when it comes to the new season. All right, new part 2, that they will make new mini games or new events that is actually going to be something players can actively participate in, rather than just having score based on what they have already achieved before. All right, so again, guys, at least now we will be seeing some difference between the schools. The scoring will definitely change a little bit more, and we might actually see some shifts throughout the season of schools going up and down. But once again, guys, these are going to be the improvements, and once again, we have gotten some light of hope, guys, that Devsisters are still listening, and this is really what I was hoping for, and at least they have actually taken action and showed that they are trying to improve their game rather than just sitting there and not doing anything. All right, so hopefully you guys can actively participate with the improved changes after this season, and hopefully once again, guys, they will address either changing some of the mini games, the seasonal ones, or actually push out events or mini games that are going to have players actively participate for. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about these changes. But I'm super glad after all the things that we have talked about, that they are going to be solving the issue. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.